Aegis, what on earth are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. And what is this ship?
This is, I call it the airship.
I see what you did there.
It flies through the air.
Like a ship.
And it's a ship. Hi everyone, we are playing Numenera tonight, our second game.
Numenera.
Numenera.
The Numenera song.
Numenera. And we've got two players tonight. Sadly, we are missing Nathan and Johnny. No, we're missing Ben and Murray.
I was about to say, we're missing the good players.
We're missing the good players, so we've got B team here tonight. Go B team!
You haven't even got their team hat.
Team mascot.
We are doing a bit about where we left off last time. These characters had discovered, well, they were in a floating tree, which is one of the weirdest things I've ever said. They were in a floating tree heading up into the sky.
A defective floating tree.
A defective floating tree, which was going up into the atmosphere and would definitely kill them if they didn't do something about it. The tree turned out to be some kind of spacecraft taking a long-lost civilization up into the sky, who were fleeing from some kind of creatures or something that had come from under the ground. And they found one person on board the ship who was very similar to Xi.
Well, look, it really it's a, you know, it depends on what dialect you're using.
Yeah, I like Xi.
Xi.
Is that okay if I call him?
You can call him Xi if you want. Or
he's dead, Xi.
No, he's not dead. He's still alive.
He will be soon. So,
maybe
so
he's dead inside and he has a little...
his character, Xi had a amulet around his neck, which, when he put it on this person who was unconscious, they came to life briefly and said something to the effect of, "It's not my time," or not your time. And he put the amulet back on Nathan's character and he went unconscious. Ooh, this is beautiful music. I'm using Sirenscape. I don't use it very often in a game because Ben's usually doing it. Oh, that's a bit quieter. Yeah, and basically this guy is maybe not on death's door, but he is not in a good way. He is pretty much in a coma of some kind, so that's sort of where we left.
Because I went into the coma as well when I took the necklace off.
Yeah, but you've managed to come down to the ground using two platforms from two creatures which seem to have platforms that move them around the place. As
little tree things, weren't
yeah, tree, like a seed dropped onto it and it grew into a tree and it attacked you guys and had a big giant eyeball. And it looks similar, if not exactly the same, as one of these things that I have somewhere in my...
You could almost say they were related in a sense.
So look like that.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like Zelda, you know what I mean? Like, where's the weak spot?
It's a giant eye. Yeah.
The flashing orange bit.
You guys have separated once more. It was the two of you knew each other quite well, and Ben and Murray's characters knew each other pretty well. And so you guys have decided to move on and try and find a town to be able to restore this man who you don't know his name or anything about him.
So the other character, Ashish and Jokan,
they decide to meet you at another location and speak to you through a telepathic device that you both have and share. So you've got a one-shot use of it, and hopefully it'll work, and hopefully you'll be able to find each other again. Otherwise the next game will be really bad, so fingers crossed.
Hopefully they just die and it's the real heroes that live, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the B team becomes the A team. Yeah, nice. So you guys are moving along on this strange device which you are controlling with kind of a handle that you found on board the ship. And you're still trying to get your head around how it works exactly. So a few times you hit a tree or something.
But the thing is, the best part is I'm not kind of having to plug it in anymore. I'm kind of standing and just moving it like that, and it's the things are now.
It's like surfing.
Yeah.
How fast does this thing move? 5 kilometers an hour.
Well, there is no kilometers in this world.
Miles.
So, yes, miles is what the standard after after a billion years.
Because,
the imperial system
It's like VHS outlasting beta. It's just the way it is.
So
it doesn't make sense, but it's just the way it is.
The imperial system lasts a billion.
That outlasts the metric system, which makes a ton more sense.
Okay, so
we are Australian.
It's moving. It's moving. Our thick accents don't. So it's moving at 40 miles an hour.
Cool. Okay, so you're cruising on at a fair pace, and
hovers above trees. I'm guessing, kind of, just, or is it in between?
I think it's probably about a metre off the ground at its highest.
Oh, cool.
You can probably push it high. Yeah,
3 feet.
You can probably push it to the tree.
Meters a billion years in the future.
You can probably push it to a tree height as a boost, but it can't sustain itself at that height for very long.
Okay, I'm loving it. I'm going like this. The first one's going very well, but the second one with
it's trailing along, isn't it? It's connected.
It's kind of almost like they're in sync, so one follows the other.
Mm-hmm.
But like a bendy bus, the back one just takes the corners rougher and hits the walls.
Yeah. Do you want to quickly explain your characters?
I will explain my character first. My character is Magrin. Magrin is I better do it in the proper Numenera way. He is a tough glaive who wields 2 weapons. And he...
That explains it basically.
There's not a lot more to say. There's always a bit of backstory that I'm not going to.
And he has huge glass-plated armor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He has glass, like just this sheer glass on him that just.
But chainmail, so it's flexible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's cool.
I have none of that. My name is
pretty smart.
Yeah, I'd like to think I am. I really would. But essentially, I don't know who I am. So I wasn't born. I woke up next to a capsule that had hit the ground, and I look around, and the world around me is just destroyed. I'm in like a crater, and the only thing I have on me is I have this necklace. Well, it was next to me, and then I put it on, and then you see this numbering XI, and on the capsule is XI. So
because Roman numerals that lasted. Any English?
Yeah, because we don't actually use numbers to count in Numenera.
It's numerals.
Numerals. So it's after a billion years. The only thing that when you read, it's Egyptian. When you count, it's Roman, and when you measure things, it's the imperial system. Just to make it simple.
It's the crazy world we live in.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, so my character woke up. He has tattoos on his chest, which has XI. And he has a tattoo on his arm. When he wipes his necklace across his arm, he comes up with a tattoo, and it kind of guides him. And he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know why he's doing it, but he's following it. And it's told him to follow Magrin, and he's doing what it says. And he has done terrible things in the past, and he has done very good things. And he's trying to be like a neutral, but learning about the world. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't know where he fits, if he's good, if he's evil.
Cool. So the two of you have recovered for probably travelling for a couple of days now using this flotation device and sort of healing from your wounds, and because I believe you took a little bit of damage in yours, Johnny. Not a great deal. Not the resting system.
Damage reduction.
Yeah, it has good armour. When as you're travelling along through, probably in the afternoon, just the early afternoon, and you're considering taking a break somewhere and having something to eat, when you hear the sound of roaring up in the sky and looking up, grabbing your weapons, I imagine, you look up and you can see that there is some kind of vessel with a large balloon on top plummeting from the sky, and it looks similar to like an old war galleon, only made of metal, and there is winged creatures latched onto the side of this, tearing sheets of metal off the side of this thing as it plummets down towards you. And you think it's almost going to hit you, and it pulls up just at the last moment and then crashes down on the ground with these winged creatures just tearing at it. And these creatures are probably about 3 meters in size, and there's 2 of them on either side tearing at it. there is sounds of combat, and the wizard buzzes of those little coin weapons that shoot sharp. What do they call them? More like sharp shuriken catapults from the old Warhammer 40k days. And get away from here from inside.
Please don't pull out down our video.
And it smashes into the ground there, and you can see these creatures are starting to climb on board.
We what?
Shit.
Well, that's some popcorn.
It just got real. As I always do, I just
consult the arm,
and I just look at that for a moment, and then don't get much from it.
You don't get anything from it, actually.
So which is confusing. So I just run and just.
You run towards it?
Yeah, why not?
You're like, this is a Numenera. This thing's flying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you gonna run towards it as
well?
well?
Yeah, with my buzzer buzzing.
Oh, can we hover it there?
Can we hover towards them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fly. You start flying towards them.
Yes.
And
I'm riding at the back.
Oh yeah, like this,
buzzing over your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
These things are like bat-like creatures more than they are like dragons. So they're more of a mammal type thing with large, like long, leathery wings and climbing on. They seem to only have using their claws and their wings to pull at things. And you fire away, Joey.
Yeah.
All right, you take the first shot at this thing. Go for it.
How many shots does a buzzer get per turn?
It's just a single shot per turn, but you can imagine it sounds out a cascade of these kinds of.
I don't think I used my buzzer the entire adventure last time.
Yeah.
Do I roll I just roll on speed?
You can use it as a speed, yeah. And the difficulty for this is 15, so it's a level 5 creature, so it's quite powerful. We need some kind of music change, I reckon.
Probably. It's quite calm, isn't it? The birds tweeting.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely day. Let's make it less lovely. Whoa.
Okay.
It's starting to get real.
All right.
She just got.
So I'm gonna use an effort then.
Okay. So you're gonna spend 3 and or 2 actually, because you've probably got an edge there. Is that right? And you fire over. Oh, you didn't even need the edge. Perfect. It smashes into it, and you can see it taking bits of the skin flying off its shoulder as it turns its head and screeches.
Are they furry?
They're kind of furry across the back with bits of area which are just pure skin, leathery skin, and you tear into that and holes in its wings as it punctures through.
If I was imagining it, would it look like this?
I could show you. This kind of creature.
Awesome.
Or are they more like hang like this?
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like cat-like face, really.
Yeah.
The whiskers.
Hopefully I'll be able to show you a picture, but I'm not sure.
Before it gets in, I'm just gonna push it off.
You use your armage power?
I'm using push.
You literally shove it. If you shove it, it's probably going to go towards the ship because you're coming at it from behind.
I was trying to like push it off, but if I can't do that,
you start running around to the side to try and angle it.
Yeah, and just like,
or you push it, shove it up into the air.
If I shove it down, I reckon I could. Just knock it on the ground, do some damage. Maybe.
Yeah, cool. Okay,
and its claws are over the edge of the metal, so if I push down on that.
Yeah,
it's just gonna,
Alright, so what's the cost on that?
It is 2 for push, yes. And
are you going to want to spend anything?
To make it easier?
Yeah. It's for 15, so it's a difficult, you've got a 1 in 4 chance of success.
I will do that. So I've already got 2 edge on it, so that'll drop it down to 16.
So you're spending an edge?
16 and then
So
14 to actually do it.
So diff of 12?
12. Damn it! 17.
That's succeed.
No, 7, sorry.
I was going to say, you succeeded really well.
No.
Okay.
7.
You push, but your shot is just wide as it moves around the side, actually trying to recover from it, the damage it took to adjust its position as it sees a new threat. And you can see it jumps up into the air to start to turn towards you. It seems to be damaged across its wing, but it's still able to take to the air. Cool. The other one on the other side, you see it climbing up onto the deck, And Johnny, you notice that a person on the deck is someone you recognise as one of the old captain of one of your ships, and his name's Aegis, Aegus.
Lucky we
And he is firing off at a buzzer on this thing. There is blood across the deck. The balloon on it, which you can see is the colour of the sky, is just splattered with blood.
So do I recognise the ship or just
No, just this guy.
It's a different ship.
It looks like he's got a new ship.
Yeah, not for long.
Didn't share that bit of information.
It's just backstory that's going to come out.
Yeah,
No, I like it. I just
This creature is up in the air. That's its action, and it starts to move up. It's about the height of the balloon, so it's probably, I don't know, in feet, about starting to get to about 20 feet up in the air.
But
Where are you going with
no,
this?
in the world it's feet. You can
I
speak
should
about
think
it in
Numenera
metric
actually is
system.
a metric system. I think they go out of their way to make it magic. But anyway,
What's so great about it?
But I'm gonna
we're gonna make it our own thing.
I'm gonna fire my buzzer at him again,
Yeah.
and aim for that damaged wing to see if I can further damage.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, so you want to specifically aim for a joint?
Well, no, but isn't it webbed?
It is webbed,
So I just
yeah.
want to aim.
You want to start
Just
making
to-
so when it blows, it
Oh,
wings,
but
it tears
yeah, it's not
larger
really a
holes.
shotgun, is it? It's sort of just
No.
going to get a small hole.
Yeah, whereas if you aim for a joint, you
Yeah, I
do
might.
that.
I might aim for the. What do you call it? It's not a shoulder, is it? I guess it's got. Yeah, I guess
It's
it's
a
a
shoulder.
shoulder.
You can aim
Yeah,
for
it's a-
here or the elbow. Oh no, it's actually the hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the hand stretches out, it's the fingers that make the wings. Yeah. Bit of
So, yeah.
anatomy. So you can aim for the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to up the difficulty by 1 step, so you might want to try something in order to be able
Yeah, I
to
might.
reduce it down.
I might do that. So.
Can I pull my thing in to get closer just to make it that shot easier?
Use your gravity to pull it in.
No, like just drive
Drive
the thing,
closer.
drive really push
You
to
can,
get
remember, you
get
can
the better
boost
shot.
up to tree heights, probably maybe only once today. So if you wanted to try and boost higher, you could.
Just to give him a
If you
better shot.
ran, if you wanted to try, if that's the height he's at now. If he goes any higher, you won't be able to get it, but at this height, you'll be able to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I
Close
might,
the distance.
yeah, I might close the distance and just see what he's doing, and just with my other hand, because I'm using this hand to do stuff. Just
Alright, I'm going to make it 1 step harder to fire if you're going to fire and drive.
no,
Just so that you know.
I don't understand it. I'm just to make it easy for him.
Cool. Alright, well, let's say it's back to its normal difficulty then. So that it's still difficulty 15. So if you want to make
So
it
I've-
any easier,
yeah.
you're going to just send down
I've used an
to.
effort.
Yeah,
so
down
it's
to diff 12.
Oh,
Not enough. Remember, you have 1 experience point if you want to re-roll. It's on the same, you have to do it now, but if you want to re-roll. Nathan, are you wanting to push
Yeah, sure.
or use your actual other power, your onslaught
Yeah,
power,
use
to
onslaught.
damage this thing?
Yeah, I might do.
Because push is actually for a flying creature not going to affect it much.
Okay, I'm going to use onslaught.
Yep.
So it's 15 go up a step, so 17 go down to 15 again. So I might just.
You're going to burn an edge.
Oh, I've already got my 2 edges there, so I'll just have
That's
a go.
right, you had 2 edges. You
Yeah.
took 2 edges. Yeah, cool. Okay.
So I might just. Yeah, no, yeah, cool. So I'll do an onslaught.
All right. What does it look
mental
like?
or physical?
Physical.
Yep.
So I'm just. That's essentially I just go like that and grab and then see the
And you
kind of the
crush.
gravity
You're trying to
just,
crush it.
just crushing its chest cavity or something.
Cool. I like. Okay. Or its wings.
Oh yeah, actually just
Yeah,
crush
close
his
its
wings,
wings.
so it just
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
like that.
Cool. Okay. I like.
All right. So and I've dropped it down a difficulty.
Yep.
So
So you're back to standard difficulty
Yeah,
now. Yeah. Okay. So difficulty 15. So
7.
you should change dice. Your power, you feel it against this thing, but you've never faced something so large and moving like this. It's difficult to bring your powers to bear on this shifting, moving object. The wingspan is truly enormous.
Yeah.
So, and it beats down, and you see you're bringing your gravity. We should call it like your gravity platform, your levitation platform up in the sky, and it comes down and it grabs onto it and bites into the side of this thing to try and tear it to pieces.
Yeah, fix that.
Yeah, I might do that.
I'm going to get you guys to make
Jump on its back.
speed rolls for me to stay on this device.
So speed rolls
difficulty is going to be a diff of 9.
Cool. 15.
7. Johnny, you are about to fall off. If you want to try and grab him, you can.
Can I just go on and get, instead of grabbing him, just get the second one to go lower? Off the
Oh,
end?
Johnny, you've got balance.
Yeah.
I've got balance.
So that actually
So,
would make
yeah.
7 succeed.
Alright.
So yeah, keep that in
Sorry.
mind. Yeah, so you succeed. You hold on to it.
New system.
No, I'm helping you. Yeah, you managed to hold your balance there as it tears into, but it is taking a good dent into this metal platform.
But now it's...
Now it's secured
It's
on,
just-
so you can actually
I
attack
can
it
stab it.
hand if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, I will. I'm gonna drive my,
Hand blades or
no, just both hands with the double sword.
what's it called again? A
Vered.
Vered.
And because you're balancing, you've got that kind of perfect.
Yeah,
Straight
let's
down,
go.
like,
I'll
the
give
back
you
of
a
its-
diff 12.
Back of its head, just
Yes.
the top of its neck.
Yeah, I like
Spinal
difficulty
cord.
12. Let's hopefully you don't succeed too well and destroy the gravity.
And I might,
That'd be a difficult.
I'm gonna use, I use thrust.
Thrust. Okay.
Are you going to use edge to make it easy?
So more like you turn it upside down and you bring it
Yeah.
down like that kind of thrust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both hands.
Oh! That is a minor. I can't really call it like not a critical success, but a minor critical. So, yeah, you do 4 plus 3 points of damage, doing 7 points of damage to this thing, and you're into 2 before, I believe. So,
Four
So-
for the Vered.
yeah.
3 for the 19 and 1 for thrust.
Oh yeah, so 10. Yeah, you tear everything, and Johnny, what extra thing happens that gives you that extra edge?
I think I'm just damage a nerve in its neck.
So,
So like it loses feeling in half its body.
okay, so it's
just like
struggling. You can
one
hold
wing
on,
kind of
but it
goes
can't
limp
fly.
and the other one can still fly.
I like that, but it's holding
Yeah,
on,
it's still
but
holding.
one arm seems to go limp. What are you gonna do, Nathan?
I think I got to do this. I get my hand and I just go put it on its skull.
And
And
fire.
You know, it's just.
You're gonna crush. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
With your gravity power, fantastic. Do you want to do anything to make your odds better?
It's 15 at the moment still.
It is
even
15.
at this range. 15 is not range. It's
There's no range thing for this.
Okay, cool.
So, actually, no, you're a point blank range. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
yeah,
I'll
like
give you a diff of 12.
okay, cool. 5. Welcome to my world, people.
It is.
Welcome to my world.
It is very difficult because this thing is on it and you guys are in combat. Holding onto this craft
Yeah.
as it's moving is really difficult.
You are driving,
I am.
and it's probably making it hard to drive with all that extra weight pulling on one side.
Certain. It certainly is.
It pulls itself up with one hand and tries to bite towards you, Johnny, because you're the closest.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, 50-50 because you're there with your hands too, aren't you? So, odds and evens. So, evens, it's going for you.
Yay!
And it attempts to bite towards your hand to take out your hand. It's the closest thing
Yep.
to it.
No,
And
it's
so,
that.
do you want to make a defense roll?
Yes, I do. So that's speed.
You
No,
want to dodge out of the
dodge.
way, or do you want to take it?
No, I will dodge out of the way. Thank you very much.
Do you have ward up? Do you have a water shielding power at all?
No, that was Ben.
That's okay. Alright, so you're just doing a standard
have-
roll on. So your diff is 15 unless you want to make it better for yourself in some way.
I can do that by taking 3 off my speed. Is that right?
If you haven't already burnt your effort this turn.
I didn't burn my.
So yeah, you
last
can
one.
definitely.
So that makes it 8. Okay, so it's 12.
Excellent.
12.
Yes, you succeeded.
Yay.
You pull your hand like a mouse trap.
Yeah.
Wrench your hand back out of the way, and you guys are free to do something. This craft is really difficult. It's bucking and it's moving. So,
Come on, Johnny, finish it.
you might want to try and do some kind of driving for this thing because it's
Yeah.
gone up. It can't stay at that level for very long. So you want to do something with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know who wants to go first in this because you go both. Either one can act first.
I think if you can get him off, then I can do the pull up and.
It's on one by one, like clawed hand because it bit towards you. So
Yeah.
it's not on very well.
Is it on the good hand or the bad hand?
Was it left-handed or right-handed?
No, because he.
No, it's holding on, but it's called claw. The other one is dangling.
That's why it's holding it by one hand.
Yeah.
Just chop the hand off.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I chop its hand off, it's going to fall, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
can't fly with one wing.
Or
So-
I can try and push it away.
Is there some way that I can just... Yeah, I've got to just sort of hack at the hand.
Yeah.
I might slice it off with my super special hand blade.
So you
Just
Oh yeah, cool.
But
Okay.
you can do 2 attacks.
Now, what does your hand blade look like? It's
so
a handle.
so it's the handle hold this way, and then the blade comes out in an arc right around. So
It's a fist.
it's like a blade fist, like a knuckle duster, but enormous and very sharp.
And then is it energy, or is it an actual metal blade?
I don't know.
I think it was
energy.
lasting. Yeah.
Well, a bit of both.
Bit of metal, bit of yeah.
Like as in it's like
Is it lightsaber?
it's energized, as
Yeah,
in like
it could be
it couldn't
lightsaber.
possibly fit in the handle, and yet it comes out from the handle.
Yeah, cool.
But it seems to have a physical form.
It's like a steampunk kind of style
Yeah.
rather than like magical. In
Yeah,
that sense.
yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so it
And
comes
it's
out, and you you do a punch attack
just-
with it. Yeah, cool. You
Yeah.
want to do anything to change it?
Well, it's blank range.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say diff 12 or diff 4.
Yeah, and I'll have my dagger out as well, just in case.
Yeah,
kind of.
slice
I need to
across
do
it.
a
Yeah,
second
cool.
slice. But we'll see what happens.
Do you want to do? Oh yeah, we're not going to do 2 results. Okay.
Yeah, I did that last game. And it
Didn't need to.
didn't end well. Cool. So
Diff of 12. Let's.
Do you want to use your
12,
edge? Your effort?
Yeah, I might use my effort, and I'll also use thrust. Use thrust, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So that's.
Is that like +1 damage if it hits?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
What was it?
12 is the diff.
But I use.
I'll use it so it goes into
I
9.
use it so it goes down
So
to
he
9.
hits, and your blade slices into its other hand.
So it does 4 damage.
Does 4 damage, and
the
you
hand.
see the hand. Yeah, you take off that long finger that it has, that it's really holding on tightly, and it drops down and starts to fall naked.
Okay.
Sigh.
Okay, so I literally I put a lot of effort into maintaining that craft in terms of just making sure it's going to land without.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just hits the ground, doesn't get destroyed in that regard. So I'm gonna try, and then I'm gonna try to do a little hero magic on the side. But so I'm gonna put most of my effort into that, but it will make it difficult. But I just want to get my push and just push down on the creature as it's flying down.
If you do that, I'm going to say it's hard. It's going to be a step harder to control this craft and do it at the same
It's
time.
gonna fall whatever happens. You don't need to push it.
Yeah, all right, cool. I'll just control the craft. So
You can do it. Like, there's no harm in trying it.
I've got 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I'll push and I'll control the craft.
All right, so it's up in difficulty, so you're not going to modify it. So this is a long shot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's diff
Is it-
18, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, the pushing down on thing is just meant to be
Cool.
for fun.
Hit us with it. Oh, it's just pushes it. Push doesn't do any damage.
19.
Succeeded in the push.
You put and a minor critical as well. So
Dragon Ball Z style into the ground.
I'm going to say it takes damage from its fall, and it takes quite a lot of damage from its fall. So it would normally be able to land not too bad, whereas this, you shove it into the ground. It
Yeah.
smashes into the ground, and it is looking incredibly crumbled. It looks dazed, and you do notice on the other side that the other creature has climbed onto the deck, and Agus is firing at this thing, and he pulls out a sword and is trying to use it to attack this creature over there, but he doesn't look like he's going very well.
We should help him.
Yeah.
Remember,
Why-
you also have any ciphers that you have that might be able to help. Remember to keep them. I don't actually remember what yours are, but just keep them in mind.
Yep.
Gas bomb,
A gas bomb might work, but
eagle eye, pill, or memory lens. None of them will really help.
a gas bomb. But
We
it
don't
might
know
take
what it
out the
is.
other- yeah, you might. You don't know. So anyway, it has crashed onto the ground. You are bringing the craft down. I'm going to say that it is trying to escape. It looks pretty badly off. It is crawling across the ground, trying to make for the trees.
I think we fly over and help Agus.
Yeah. Unless there's experience to be had here.
No. No, you earned what you've done from this. You are going to bring your craft through.
Yeah, I'm just straight towards.
Okay, now there's a tricky bit because this is a big balloon attached to a metal craft, and there's metal wires coming down across this. So if you want to come through, there is a chance that you might hit some things. It's a difficult thing to do.
Good.
Okay, cool.
Because there is nothing like the present. John,
Okay, cool.
There is nothing like the present.
I'll say it's a diff of 9. to get through the wires.
I'm just like this.
And you're
I
charging
tell
it.
him to
Are you-
just get down, and we go
You hold on
we
the
go
edge of the
low.
seat.
We go low as we
Okay,
go.
cool. Bring it through. Meanwhile, with the trailer on the back. I don't know what that is.
Hit 1 or 2 wires.
What is your roll for? Alright.
It's not an epic critical.
No,
it's
so
just-
So it's take 2 might. Both of you take 2 might damage.
so one of the wires just flings across.
And Johnny, you take 1 because your armor takes the 2 normally. So I'm going to say you take 1 just for the damage.
so that I take something.
You take something, yeah, but most of it is soaked on your armor. But yeah, you do strike the wires, and if you would like to make a roll to stay on the craft, so that will be a speed roll to be able to stay on. So I'm going to say it's just a diff of 2, so it's a diff of 6, so it's not
Which is
too
a
bad.
diff of 3 for me because I had my attack.
Yeah.
16 with it.
16 and you succeeded. Yeah, you're on the craft still, you're fine. And but you're not heading towards this creature, you're sort of stuck in amongst the wires.
Oh,
and
so
things like that.
we weren't just struck. We were like
you were knocked into it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
the whole thing shifted around. Remember, you got a trailer on the back. This thing is slightly unwieldy. It's not meant for nimbly dancing through combat. This
It's
is
meant for
not an attack craft.
This is
It's a tricky thing to do.
no.
So you are, but you are.
How far away were you?
How far?
You are about 12 feet away.
All right. It's just there.
It is just there. You just didn't make it to slam into it or anything like that. But you are there.
All right.
You can jump off and you'd be on deck.
Cool.
I'm going to jump off and be on deck.
Okay,
You
cool.
can keep driving if you want, but I'm jumping.
Excellent. I'm just trying to find where my notes are.
I might flank it because there might be a flanking bird.
There, sure. Totally flank it. I think that would be a great idea.
But I'm going to go straight at it with my hand blade and dagger drawn and ready.
Oh.
You see, Agus look at you with this kind of like jaw drop, like wasn't
What are you
expecting
even
it.
doing
Yeah,
here?
what are you doing on land in this area? It's the oddest thing ever. He doesn't have a moment to say anything. He's just completely bewildered. You see the claw strike out across him, and he backs away with the distraction.
I'm going to... Actually, am I coming from behind the creature?
Yeah.
So it doesn't even know I'm here.
It doesn't know you're there at this moment. You can do a sneak attack.
Can I...
Hang on. No.
No.
You can't use
Better
that
than
term. We're sorry.
You can
Sorry,
attack.
Paisley.
You can attack in a sneaky way.
I'm actually gonna attack just with the hand blade, and I'm gonna not draw my dagger, and I'm gonna actually jump on its back and just go at it just over and over with the one hand.
Okay, cool.
Just holding on to, like, I assume that because it's got wings, there's a lot of shoulder room to hold.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hold it and just hack at it. If it turns around, I'll just keep holding on.
All right. So
Because you got balance.
I would say
Yeah.
it would be upgraded from diff 5 to diff 6, but because you got balance, it drops down to standard diff 15. So if you want to do anything from that point to make it easier for yourself.
Easier for balancing.
So your balance took it from its difficulty of 18 to 15, because normally it'd be 18 to try and do this, because it's a diff normally of 5, but it's a step higher to do this. But now it's back to its normal state. So if you want to try and be able
I'll use an effort.
you use an effort, so it takes down diff 12 as you leap up to the air, holding your dagger out.
Not dagger. Fist.
Sorry, fist.
Hand blade.
Hand blade.
Hand blade, that'll do. Cool.
Oh, one. So what do you think would happen in that moment of
Did you miss it?
leaping up into the air with a blade in your hand? It would be a spectacular fail.
So,
Shink.
Maybe there's the open hole down into the lower levels or something.
Oh, it's
and it ducks under as you fly over.
yeah, I reckon it turns just as I go to grab it, and there's suddenly nothing to grab. And instead of like holding it and then stabbing, I just keep going.
All right.
Kind of slide across its back and land at the feet of
Captain
it's
Agus.
Captain Agus, just on the ground, just going, what just happened?
Nice.
It's kind of like that awesome camera angle where you see him and he's jumping up going, yeah, and then you see the side angle, he's like, like the creature's still here.
No, I jumped, but I just slide across its back and...
I'm going to say it takes just 1 damage as you smash into the ground, but you're down the ground. And Nathan, what do you want to do?
I'm going to pull my craft out, and I'm going to go behind and distract.
You
so
are behind already.
So I'm going to continue forward and just attack from distance.
Ability?
Yeah, to distract him so that he doesn't just take advantage of these two guys.
Okay, great.
One lying on the ground.
Alright, so diff 15?
Yeah, onslaught, I'll use an effort.
Yep.
So 11.
So it's diff 12.
So no.
So it slides, yeah.
I distract him though. Something happens.
Yeah, he is distracted because he's turned because two new attackers have come to it. Well, one of them's in front of him. Captain Agus fires again with his buzzer, and it tears across the creature's shoulder. But with a weapon like this, it's just doing very little damage to it. So it attacks you. It's dinner right in front of you. It leaps on you and tries to claw at your face.
Oh, good.
Would you like to try and move out of the way?
No, I think I'll just put my arms up
And try and block it? Excellent. So diff 12?
But then you got
That's what I'm saying, it calculates.
So does that takes my defense into it. So diff 12.
Yep.
And then if you take damage, you got.
Can I use? Oh no, I can't use that because I
You
used
can
it.
just use it, yeah.
Failed miserably. What a waste. Cool. 15.
Yeah, you block the claws with I imagine you've got glass. Well, they got greaves on your arms, and you block it.
And that the
Tiny
little
bits of
glass
glass.
bit that comes around here.
Oh,
just to
yeah,
protect
yeah.
the-
And you managed to block the attack. What are you going to do, Nathan?
I'm going to continue my onslaught, and I'm just going to go along. But now I'm just see. I don't know if I think it'd be cooler if I actually went because there's all the wires everywhere they're all loose and hanging everywhere.
There's a couple of definitely loose wires.
So I just want to push the wires and just have the wires be pushed into him. The end
so
of the
kind
wires.
of unravel.
Well, yeah. So there's wires hanging there, I imagine, and then I just push them so that they all just they get flicked through the wings and they flick through everything.
Yeah, cool. Kind of entanglements.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a push ability, is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing a push ability.
Go for it. Okay.
And I'm going to use effort on that one as well.
Go for it. Make a roll.
Put it to 9.
I'm going to give you a diff of 9 down to 9. This creature is being attacked on 3 sides. It's starting to get very difficult for it to follow what's going on.
Yeah, and there's also pushing wires is not that difficult. It's not aiming for one thing. I'm just aiming for.
You're aiming for the wires more than you were aiming for the creature.
Yeah. So they're just very simple.
Go for it.
9. 16.
16 you hit. The wires fly out and you see it wrap around one of its arms and gets caught up in its claws, and it twists and pulls at it. And it's now more stationary. It's caught up in that, Johnny.
So can I stand up?
You can stand up, yeah.
Okay, your action's done. Did you want to use effort on that?
Oh man, systems like that is so bad.
I would say diff 12 at the moment because it's caught. It's standing up. We'll bring it up to diff 15 standard again. So you've got to get to your feet and attack, or its face is close to yours. You can just swipe at it from where you are.
Oh, its face is down where I am.
Oh, sorry, its claws are out. Its body is near. You can slice at its feet or something like that. But
or uppercut.
Yeah, I mean I've still got my blade
you can slice
in
it
my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might slice at its belly.
You probably can't reach its belly from here, but you can probably get its feet or its wings as they flap around. But it's all semantics.
Yeah. So just slice at whatever I can reach.
Yeah.
The shins, if I have to, dwarf style.
So diff of I say diff of 9 for this, I think. Is what I said?
Yep.
Yeah. No, you said
diff of 12.
Diff of 12.
Diff of 12.
And
so if you want to make it any better for yourself.
Sorry, that's a really bad thing I did.
No, it's honest. That's great.
Yeah, I might burn another.
All right, diff of 9. Whoa, yes. Plus an extra damage.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
So you get the knee.
So how much damage did you do? I imagine you did not pierce,
thrust
as well. So that takes it up to 6 points of damage. This thing, describe how you kill it.
Oh, I kill it in the knee. How does that even work?
You go like this.
I couldn't reach anything vital.
It loses its ability to stand, and therefore it drops on the wires.
No. What happens is I slice it across its shins, and it sort of loses its balance. Very much so. It goes to kind of fall, but because it's caught in the wires, it sort of gets extra tangled and ends up just Like, it can't take any weight on its legs because I've cut both its shins.
Yeah.
And it's got a wire around its neck and it just sort of thrashes and chokes to death.
It's like,
I had to find a way for it to die when I couldn't reach it.
Yeah. It strangles itself. Fantastic. The ropes get the experience for that one. Well done, ropes.
XP.
Yeah, it chokes and collapses, pulling the balloon closer towards the deck for a moment, then it just hovers there, it sort of dangles in it like a marionette.
Nice.
Aegis, what on earth are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. And what is this ship?
This is, I call it the airship.
I see what you did there.
It flies through the air.
Like a ship.
And it's a ship.
And does it have a crew?
Well, yeah, he looks around. Well, it had a crew for a while. Until these bat creatures came through and just tore apart all my crew.
Oh, really?
My crust blutters to a landing in the background.
And he has his pistol, his buzzer down low, and he looks at you. Who are you?
This is my friend. XI. He sort of follows me around, I'm not sure why.
He regards you with a suspicious look.
I throw that look back at him as if I was a mirror.
What's this sorcery?
Well, I appreciate the help. Come on, I'll get you fixed up. I've got some healing salve down below.
Excellent.
He heads downstairs, and this area down here, you can see there are hammocks strung up across the place, and there's a small area where there's a supply section and probably what used to be weapon racks, but they all seem to be empty. And there's stuff strewn everywhere. There's a large gaping hole in one section of the craft where the metal has been torn away. And I should go back to a different soundscape, shouldn't I?
On Sirenscape.
On Sirenscape, brought to you by
Sirenscape.com.
And yeah, he pulls out a paste and slathers it over his own wounds first. And passes it to you.
Yep.
You need a little bit too, don't you? Because you got
I'll just catch it in the air and then get a ball, and the ball just sits there. And
he looks at you, eyes you, and looks around at your hands as if he looks around your hands for some reason, checking them out.
So I'm going like this, and the ball's just like floating up and down.
So you got a cipher for that?
You could say. No, I just drop it, and it just lands in my hand, and I start.
I'm in the merchant trade at the moment.
Oh, really?
Picking up a few ciphers and artifacts on my travels. That looks like a pretty interesting one. How many shins would you give me for that?
I don't know, how much is it worth? And I just
I'll
grab
give
something.
you 5 shins. 25 shins.
You really want it. What is he trying to buy?
The floating ability that
The ability
he thinks
he
that
thinks
you
he's a
got.
side. Right.
I go, not for sale.
I'm gonna get a drink. He walks
Make that too.
where it's into the galley area and pours himself a drink from a
So how
large
much
barrel.
healing do we get?
So he'll back up to normal.
Yes! Sorry. Can I borrow your rubber?
Mate, I'll race it out.
Iresa.
And he plonks himself down on a seat. So where are you headed?
Where am I headed?
You've got a body on the back of your thing strapped down, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, he was. How much damage did he take?
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to go outside and check.
I carry my brother.
But where are you going?
We need to find someone who can help us to...
I travel forward.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's where we're headed.
Perhaps in your merchant trade you've come across someone who's skilled in making copies of artifacts.
Well, I might. It's going to cost you for the information, though.
I take a
5 shins.
For an old friend.
You double-crossed me last time, as I recall.
Well...
Took an entire barrel of rum.
It wasn't double-crossing.
You double crossed me first.
So much as just, These things happen. You know, we can put the past behind us now. And I did just save your life, did I not?
True. Pours you some more rum. And that's why it'll be 5 shins for the information.
I pull a bit of rum out of his drink and start floating above my hand.
And 30 shins for whatever cipher that does.
It's not a cipher, it's a skill. I can teach you for 30 shins.
That's a fair deal, but I can't trade that, but 25.
30.
He pours you another rum. We'll talk about it later.
I get another little bit of ball, and now I've got 2, and they're kind of like going like this.
As it happens, I'm heading towards the town of Deep Mountain. Have you heard of it?
Have we heard of it?
Do you have any skills in that?
I've got Numenera.
Oh, he's got
Numenera knowledge.
Does it really?
Does it
Actually, yeah, make a Numenera roll.
Does it trigger something like a memory of maybe it's a place I need to go to?
Well, when you make a Numenera, I'll let you know.
I don't know how this works.
So I've got a dip in my head.
Yep. Does an 11?
Yeah, you have heard of Deep Mountain. It seems to register something. It grows warm on your arm.
And I go like this.
Like a searing kind of burning sensation. Something you've never experienced before.
I look at it and then I look up and I just get my necklace and I immediately try and what's happening.
You touch the skin with it and you feel it. It is incredibly hot.
Is this the hot cold game?
No, it's painfully hot.
That's
nice. And then you.
I get the rum.
Then it fades.
I will travel there with you.
Fantastic. So all they need to negotiate is the price.
The price of what?
Of travel on the airship.
Well, it seems to me that you need us more than we need you, since you have no crew. So perhaps we should be negotiating the price of crew. What do we get paid for helping you on this voyage?
He doesn't like, you can see, he visibly doesn't like the idea of having to pay money himself. I'm doing you a favour, but 5 shins a week, if you last that long. To be paid at the end of the week. Or a month. Every month. To be paid every month. I wish my quartermaster was here. 5 shins every week, paid at the end of the month.
I know where it is. We can go on our own craft if you wish.
Oh,
we might just do that.
What about 10 shins
up front?
5 up front.
5 at the
It's
end.
really not coping. You can see he's really not coping.
5 at the beginning of the week, 5 at the end of the week.
Ah, that's a deal. To be paid at the end of the month.
No.
To be paid at the end of the week. Okay, fine.
That will be 5
He
shins.
rummages into his pouch and pulls out 5 shins each and passes it to you. Let me show you around the ship.
Where's our quarters?
He looks behind you. You can see where the hammocks are hanging.
Where's your quarters?
My quarters are just upstairs, but I'm the captain of this ship.
Ship. That's a strong word.
This is a thing of beauty. Rubs the table. It's a beautiful ship. Just needs a bit of repairing. We'll do that at Deep Mountain.
Excellent.
Maybe even get some help for your friend or brother or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm. I get another piece of rum.
And perhaps you can show me how to do that on the voyage.
If you're skilled.
He takes you upstairs and shows you around the place. And
Can
you
we
can
get
see
his brother first?
Yeah, you put him into
Put him in a hammock or something.
Yeah, he's just like,
there's a small infirmary in this where the supplies are, and you can lay him down, and he seems to be okay there. He looks like he's deteriorating, but
is there anything
so
I can give him?
I might seem weird, but I might like lie down next to him with my necklace, so it's, you know.
Yeah, he does seem to respond to that. It doesn't wake him up, but
No.
it does seem to, his breathing becomes a little deeper.
Stabilizing,
So Johnny, you are turned around the ship,
Excellent.
and you can see that there's major damage has happened to this ship. There are large chunks of it, but it seems to be able to fly, and indeed takes it up into the sky.
And what sort of resources does the ship have?
So it seems to have a number
you can
of
see.
I wouldn't say ballistas. No, what are they? What are the ones? What are they called? Like the giant crossbows? Are they ballistas?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
ballistas.
ballistas.
Yeah. If he's wrong,
Anyway,
let him know
giant
down
crossbows
there.
on it. One of them seems to be is badly damaged, but the other one seems to be serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as other offensive weapons go, yeah, he explains that he's only just got the ship, acquired it recently, and he's still learning what things do.
Classic.
Only a
Does it
couple
have a
months
name?
ago. It is called the airship.
That's the only name.
He thinks it's a unique name
Right,
because it's the
okay.
only one he's seen.
Yeah.
so
And he also shows you the navigation system. And the navigation system, if Nathan, if you go up as well, I don't know if you go up or you
quickly turn my phone onto airplane so it doesn't ruin the sound.
onto airship mode.
Airship mode.
And the navigation system
That took me
is
4 feet to do that.
the navigation system is a sheet of the same fabric that you saw in the tree, and it's placed out there, and there are seeds floating. There are 10 seeds floating above this sheet, and there are normal pieces of paper, standard Numenera sheets of paper that have maps drawn on them, and they're placed over the top of the cloth, so that they're between that and the floating seeds, and the seeds glow like a GPS almost, where the ship moves and the seeds glow, so it knows where the ship is depending on which seeds are glowing in the area, and the maps below show the locations of towns and things like that around the place. So it seems actually a quite accurate way of doing it, and you can even fly at night using this system. So he's only recently got it, so he's still learning about where all the towns are and what they mean. But he points out that deep mountain and where it is, and it looks like it'll probably take a couple of days to be able to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys spend some time repairing and trying to get the ship back up to normal, and we might take a break there and jump back into it after that.
Love it.
I like it.